Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are on chapter 7, text 24. We are reading the purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. We already started with the verse yesterday. Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small intelligence, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. So Krishna is saying that when we don't understand him, we are unintelligent. If we think that Krishna before was light and now that he is standing in front of Arjuna, he has taken this body, we are being unintelligent. Means we are not able to understand about God. So then we continue reading. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that the personality of Godhead cannot be understood simply by study of the Vedanta literature. So then Krishna is saying, if you don't know me, then you're unintelligent. So then how shall we know Krishna? Then someone may say, okay, I'm going to study the Vedanta Sutra. But just by studying, that's not the way we can understand God. Because God is spiritual. Right now we are inside a material body. So then how can we understand God? Only by the mercy of the Supreme Lord can the personality of the Supreme be known. So it's only out of his mercy. Krishna says that mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. The Krishna says that how you surrender to me, I reveal myself to you. Mam eva ye prapadyante mayam. Oh, that is Devi Yesha Gunamai. That is surrender to me to get over this material world. There's another verse, Krishna says that as you reveal to me, I reward you accordingly. As you surrender to me, Then Krishna said, so when we surrender to Krishna, then we are attracting his mercy. And it's only by his mercy that we can know him. We cannot say, I'm going to understand God by my own efforts, by my own knowledge. No, that's not the way we can understand God. Therefore, in this verse, it is clearly stated that not only are the worshippers of the demigods less intelligent, but those non-devotees who are engaged in Vedanta and speculation on Vedic literature without any tinge of true Krishna consciousness are also less intelligent. And for them, it is not possible to understand God's personal nature. So if I said, I'm going to speculate, I'm going to imagine, maybe God looks like this, maybe God looks like that. I'm going to keep on speculating by my own mind. We will not be able to understand God. We can understand God only when we hear about him from the pure devotees, because the pure devotees have seen God. So they can tell us about him. And that's the way that we will be able to understand God. So persons who are under the impression that the absolute truth is impersonal are described as abuddhayaha, which means that those who do not know the ultimate feature of the absolute truth. So if I think that God is light, then my intelligence, my knowledge is called abuddhayaha, because I've not understood the true identity, the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth I have not understood. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that supreme realization begins from the impersonal Brahman and then rises to the localized supersoul. But the ultimate word in the absolute truth is the personality of Godhead. So, Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagwan iti Shabdayate. Bhagavatam says, okay, first we understand that God is light. But as we continue in our quest, in our search for the absolute truth, we understand, oh, God is Paramatma in my heart. He has a form. And I am not the Paramatma. I am not the Paramatma. I am Jivatma. God is Paramatma. And when we further progress, we understand, oh, God is a supreme person. And I have an eternal loving relationship with him. And I can be situated in this loving relationship. I can have this reciprocal loving relationship. That is to understand God in completely, in his full, as Brahman, Paramatma, and as the person. Modern impersonalists are still less intelligent, for they do not even follow their great predecessor Shankaracharya, who has specifically stated that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So the impersonalists do not even follow their leader, Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya has said that Narayan is beyond this material world. Shankaracharya has said, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Mudamate. Worship Lord Krishna, he says. But people who follow him don't listen to him. They don't even listen to him. Impersonalists, therefore, not knowing the supreme truth, think Krishna to be only the son of Devaki and Vasudev, or a prince, or a powerful living entity. This is also condemned in the Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Avajananti makuda manushim tanum ashritam. Only the fools regard me as an ordinary person. So if we think Krishna, oh yeah, I know Krishna, maybe he was existing, maybe not, maybe it's just a mythology. Or I think maybe he was just the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. He was some king, he was brought up by some cowherd man, but then he went back to his kingdom. And we think that we know Krishna, then we are foolish. We are foolish. He is declaring this in Bhagavad Gita, that only the fools regard me as an ordinary person. Why? Because Krishna is God. He's the supreme personality of Godhead. Even though he appeared as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, it does not stop him from being God, does not stop him from being the father of each and every living entity, does not stop him from being the creator of this material world, the maintainer of the spiritual world. It doesn't. And if we think, then we are foolish. If we think that Krishna is just an ordinary person, we are foolish. Now, how can we understand Krishna? Is only by devotional service. Without engaging in devotional service, we cannot understand Krishna. Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Gita also, he says it's only by devotion that you can understand me, not otherwise. So the fact is that no one can understand Krishna without rendering devotional service and without developing Krishna consciousness. Krishna says that only by devotional service am I to be known. So the Bhagavatam says, Canto 10, chapter 14, text 29 confirms this. Athapi te deva padam pujadvaya prasada lisha anugrihita evahi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno na chanya eko apichiram vichinvan. My Lord, even if one is favored, my Lord, if one is favored even by a slight trace of the mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. So we can understand God only by his mercy. Only by his mercy can we understand him. But those who speculate to understand the supreme personality of Godhead are unable to know you, even though they continue to study the Vedas for many years. So I may think I'm a great scholar. I have studied the Vedas. I've read the 4 Vedas, everything. But if I have not understood Krishna, I have not even I've not even touched the surface of the Vedic knowledge. So it means I've not attracted the mercy of the Lord. So the easiest way we can attract the mercy of the Lord in this age of Kali is by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We'll stop here for today and we'll continue with this purport tomorrow. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, thank you so much for listening and joining in. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Shilpa Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.